but the pass is a very poor one. Comfortably intercepted by Tenaglia, who stabs the ball away down the right flank, and that is a wasted opportunity for a Barcelona counter-attacking goal. They might still get another chance to get forward now because Pau Kerbasi has dragged the ball back into the Alaves half. Here is Casado. Martin to Balde. Back to Martin. Right on the halfway line, left of centre. Over to the right through Kerbasi to Eric Garcia. Garcia gets it back. Trades passes with Yamal before searching for Rafinha, who's made an overlapping run down the right-hand side now, and his first touch takes the ball away from a recovering Parada to the edge of the area. Casado drives first time, and closing it down at source was Antonio Blanco. And the deflection carries it all the way up the other end of the field to the goalkeeper, Johan Garcia. Barcelona will try again. They get the ball down and they start their passing movements. Here is Garcia. He's opting not to pass. Instead, he starts to drive down the right flank, and he gets the return pass from Rafinha now, sliding in to try and maintain the ball. And inadvertently, it's been kicked against the corner flag by an Alaves player. And now here goes Lamine Yamal to strut his stuff. After recovering the ball, he goes down on the corner of the penalty area. Big shout from the home fans for a penalty. Lamine Yamal remains protesting to the referee. I don't think he's going to get the decision. There is VAR in this game, remember, and if there's something to be said about that collision, Miguel Arias will have a word in his ear from Jorge Vazquez. But that was so nicely done by Lamine Yamal. He managed to pick up the ball directly on the corner flag, and he nutmegged one player before trying to drive past another. It was Victor Parada who stood him up. And he might have got a bit too handsy from a Barcelona perspective in that situation. The referee for now dismisses the appeals of Lamine Yamal, who's now led down on the turf. And I'm not sure if I've missed something, or the referee's missed something, or everybody's missed something there, because Yamal remains prone on the floor. Certainly the collision with Parada wasn't a particularly damaging one, at least not on first glance. But even a roll of the ankle for Lamine Yamal is something that Hansi Flick will be very keen to avoid for his Barcelona team. The medical staff are on the field to make sure that Lamine Yamal is going to be fit to continue. Right as we cross into the half-hour mark of this match at the Camp Nou. Well, to lose Lamine Yamal would be a compound punch on top of an injury that Barcelona have recently suffered. They've lost their midfielder Fermin Lopez, a graduate of the Barcelona La Masia Academy, for the next 2 weeks at the very least, according to the manager Hansi Flick. Fermin Lopez managing 4 goals this season, with his most recent one coming against Athletic Bilbao from his midfield position. Well, the game gets back underway. It remains 11v11. No necessary substitutes for Barcelona. Lamine Yamal gets back on the field of play, and Alaves are going to try and play their way out of danger now after the short goal kick. Put forward by Tenaglia. Intercepted, and the ball bounces away off the chest of Alejandro Balde for an Alaves throw. Johnny being set upon by a combination of Rafinha and Dani Olmo, the assist maker and the goal scorer for the goal that currently separates these two teams. They manage to win back possession now, and they get it to the centre circle where it's brought down by Pau Kerbasi. He's being set upon now by a couple of players in white and blue. Not that Barcelona are concerned about any press. They know how to pass around it. They've been doing it for decades. Lamine Yamal. 1 or 2 step overs. He's just showing a little something of the ball to Denis Suarez, and he needs a challenge for his troubles that the referee is not happy with. It will be a free kick and the first yellow card of the afternoon to be awarded to Abde Rebac of Alaves. Closing down Lamine Yamal with a little bit too much vim and vigour about him. bottom of his shoe comes down almost right on top of Lamine Yamal's toes there as he stabs in to try and take the ball. Free kick taken short, and Barcelona eventually play it back into their own half now with Kubasi, and Martin's touch lets him down. The interception is well made by Salabi. Here come Alaves now down the left-hand side. Rebac spots the overlapping run of Ibanez. Suarez. He's now battling with a few of his old teammates now, players I'm sure he'll be familiar with. Eric Garcia chief amongst them, and it's Garcia who tumbles to the ground just outside of the area of the pitch, and perhaps the cause for concern is right in the face of Eric Garcia, who is wearing a protective mask in this match, it is worth mentioning. And as he attempts to take the ball from behind, away from Denis Suarez, Suarez fairly naturally extends his arms to keep his balance, and his right arm goes backwards and almost directly into the masked up face of Eric Garcia, who is down looking to be in some serious discomfort. Will be seen to by the medical staff. Masks like the one Garcia is wearing are normally compulsory when it comes to damage to a player's eyes or nose, getting an elbow full in the face or an outstretched arm full in the face from your former teammate. Is it going to be comfortable for the Spanish makeshift right back this afternoon? Proving himself to be a jack of all trades in this Hansi Flick Barcelona team is Eric Garcia, starting at right back this afternoon with Jules Koundé dropping to the bench. He played in central midfield against Chelsea in midweek as Barcelona crumbled to a 3-0 defeat to the Blues in the Champions League. Of course, he's a centre-back by trade. He's about to get back onto the field in just a moment now after a quick seeing to by the Barcelona medical staff. How many fingers am I holding up, Eric? Yeah, you're good to go. Throw-in taken from the right-hand side for Barcelona now, and in the absence of the right-back Garcia, it's Olmo who plays it back into the field of play. And Barcelona do not hold on to possession very long as a ball over the top from the right-back position might just fall for Lucas Boy in the penalty area. The clearance leaves something to be desired. Barcelona are unable to clear their lines conclusively. On the left-hand side now with Rebac, he lays it back off. It's deep from Parada, it's headed up into the air by Martin, and eventually helped away from danger by Marc Casado. Well, one ball over the top, in the same way that was Alaves' undoing for the goal that gave Barcelona the lead in this game, as Rafinha made the run. This time it was Lucas Boy for Alaves, trying to get in behind the central defenders for Barca. Very nearly latched onto the ball and found himself in a one-on-one, but the recovery was just about good enough to scramble the ball away for the Blaugrana. Alaves maintain possession now inside Barcelona territory. Right on the halfway line now is where they find themselves with Pacheco. Suarez out to the right-hand side. Salebe, he goes down. Challenge slightly mistimed by the recovering Marc Bernal, and he is going to be awarded the first yellow card for Barcelona this afternoon. A sliding challenge, and a crunching one at that drags the Brazilian down to the ground. He certainly got nowhere near the ball as he slid in to try and win it back. And with a sigh and a bemused look on his face, he accepts the yellow card from the referee. Mr. Miguel Arias, who is now awarded a free kick from a promising crossing position for Deportivo Alaves. It's going to be an outswinger taken by Salebe from the right-hand side. Plenty of pace on the delivery, headed on at the near post over the top of Johan Garcia's goal. Driving forward for that one, in fact, in the end, was Pablo Ibanez, who has already scored, of course, in this game. He was unable to get much purchase on that cross as it was whipped into the middle from the right-hand side, attacking it at the near post on the corner of the 6-yard area. bounces off the top of his head and out for a Barcelona goal kick. It's a goal kick they take short now, with Martin and Kabassi both receiving the ball before it's played to Bernal. Here is Alejandro Balde. Martin again. Kabassi.